as much as possible, then start developing relationship with them, start getting to assess their mindset. What do they really want? So now, when you understand that, okay, this is an engagement stage, so I'm engaging with you now. So now, the next stage, you move on. Now, this stage I'm crafting out for you now is the stage that you begin to think in your mind sometimes. So you are conscious of it. So at this stage now, is a step. This third stage is a stage I call subscribe. Now, this stage now, this is where you now get their contact. Sometimes it works for maybe you see them on Facebook. This is the stage that you begin to get some personal information about them.
Are we still in the engagement stage?
No, we are not in the convert stage. We are in the subscribe stage. Subscribe. It's still
Okay,
like there's a thin line. There's a thin line between engagement and subscribe.
Okay.
So when someone comes to start engaging about the product, like what is this all about? So at that point, you know that someone is already engaging with you now. So at this point now, you are conscious that okay, to collect their information as much as possible. So that's why sometimes, that's why I say you can lose sales, but you don't lose people's contact. You don't lose as much as possible. Get their contact. In whatever way you are, get their contact. So that is why when you are running a Facebook advert,
somebody's complaining. Sorry, somebody's complaining of the audio. Elazon.
Wow.
Somebody's complaining of the audio. Are you having any problem with the audio?
No. I know that person again. Probably because I'm using Bluetooth. Maybe I should use my AirPod.
Or maybe you can just talk directly. Is your this not okay?
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes, it's very, very much better now.
Oh, thank you so much for that observation. Thank you so much. Now,
yes, Elazon, I think this is better.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for that. So now this stage, so there's a thin line between subscribe and convert. So between engagement and subscribe, and you see this strategy, it actually works on diverse phones. But if you patiently, sit down, you see that you discover that all these stages actually your customer actually passed through it. Now, or if you are conscious of these stages, if you apply it, okay, it's going to. Sometimes when you run Facebook adverts, in that your Facebook advert, you must actually try as much as possible to create an avenue whereby you can get the people's details. So don't just run ad to the air. Don't just run. Yes, there's the awareness stage. You run ad. People are okay. There's someone existing. This product existing by this social person. So at this stage now you do that, of course. So someone they will ask you. They will come to your landing page. You will be seeing those updates from the back end of your Facebook. If you are running your ad, you will see those people. Okay, people are liking your post. You see somebody will like your post. Someone they will comment. I'm interested. You see a lot of those stuff. Now, but you must be aware that okay, you must be conscious that when you are designing your landing page, there should actually be a kind of avenue that actually help you to collect people's information when they want to purchase as much as possible, or when they come to your day. So there must just be that means that you must do it. So, and if it is also that okay, you are posting your status, someone comes to your DM, as much as possible. Or maybe you just meet someone on your Facebook, on Facebook, but now you need to bring them to WhatsApp. Ask for okay, get their phone number. So just create that. I mean, just because there's a stage called a subscribe stage, and that stage is a stage whereby you collect people's information, their personal information as peculiar to what you are selling. So now, the reason is because at this stage, if you are not careful, you may never hear from them again. So chances are high that you will never hear from them again. But if you have those information, you can easily actually reach out to them. Okay, you asked about my product sometimes ago. Are you still interested? Okay, what's delaying you from making payment, from subscribing, whatever forms of whether you are doing training, why have you not registered? So, but now that's it. So the next stage now, your next process is what I call convert. Now, this is a stage whereby you convert them. Honestly, if you understand this process, it's going to help you a lot. Seriously, I can. That's why I say personally, sometimes I can tell where my client is. Sometimes I can tell okay, where this is, where that is, where that we can tell. That's it. Because understanding of this process, so okay, this stage now you are converting them. You know yourself that what you don't need to start telling them about product. They are aware of it already, so you know. So the facts are they have engaged with you, so you know. You've collected their information, even though they don't even come back again, you can easily reach out to them, so you know. So at this stage now you are focusing on how do you convert them. So now, and this stage now is the stage that they enjoy what you have to offer them. Like they enjoy the information that you give to them because they have engaged you, so they enjoy the information. So then this you have shared with them, and they're actually ready now to increase their level of commitment. Now this stage now is a very critical stage. This stage now is stage where they are now ready. They are ready to increase their level of commitment. You will see it. They are ready to increase their level of commitment. They are ready to invest their time and their money. Okay, but now one of the major tools you use at this point is what we call entry offer. Yeah, it's entry offer. So at this point, you give them offer that will not make them to back off as much as possible. You give them offer. So and sometimes yes, thank God, it's good to have, it's good to be, it's good to have principles, all those stuff. But sometimes I tell people, don't be too rigid. Sometimes when it comes to selling, you don't have to be too rigid. Sometimes you deal with people as just for some time. One of your job as a marketer is that what understand people that you are dealing with as much as possible, and deal with them as peculiar to their situation sometimes. So that's why you don't have to be rigid, and that is why also as a marketer you are dealing with strangers actually. So it's like this thing is actually for new. Like you are trying to. This is actually for a new customer, new client. Okay, it's not as if you have been dealing with these people before. So all your points, all your goals at this point is how you bring them, how you shall make them to be your customer, at least to buy from you first. So you are not dealing with someone that have been dealing. You are not dealing with maybe your old new customer. No, this is like you are dealing with stranger, because what you are trying to solve here with this topic is that we are trying to solve the challenges of you getting new customer or you getting to deal with strangers. The understanding of these people will help you to do it. That's why if you're a marketer, because you say you're a marketer and you cannot sell to strangers, then I wonder which marketer you are. You can't keep selling to your family member, you can't keep selling to your brothers, your relatives, your friends. You must move to the stage where you can start selling to strangers. And you will have challenge in selling to strangers if you don't understand some of this process, or if you can't apply some of this process. That's it. Because if you can't, the more you sell, of course, everybody know this now. The more you better as in like you make more sense selling to strangers actually. So one day you exhaust your contacts, but you can't exhaust strangers. You can't exhaust strangers, sir.
I understand. That is a very big point there.
Yeah, you can't exhaust strangers. You can't exhaust strangers, honestly. So now, this convert now is the stage where you now bring them offers. It's what we call entry offers. This entry offer is what you use, to get them. So let's say, for example, you are selling something that for example, let's say you are taking a course, and within yourself, that this course probably can actually afford. Maybe you can actually afford to basically to give them maybe like probably maybe maybe you have maybe your first training class. For that, even though you know that your real class for that course is actually is include the first stage, the first beginner class, but you can just say, okay, let me give you the beginner class, and just an offer, you just can give them. Sometimes you can say, okay, if someone is trying to the price of a product, I tell them, okay, let me reduce this price to so amount. And okay, for them, you can just tell them, okay, how much are you willing to buy this? Okay, probably you are buying more. Okay, you buy this also amount, you can buy 10 of it, you are getting it at this lesser price. So just let there be an offer. At least
I think this convert stage, there's a lot of negotiation going on in this convert stage.
Exactly. You are getting the boss. A lot of negotiation, a lot of things that you can't just do. There's no one way to it sometimes. It's based on the peculiarity of the situations circumstances around you at that point. So you can have your, of course, for example, now I've had to deal with some people sometimes when I send some product that I feel like, okay, sometimes it's always an amazing, it's always sometimes I'm always putting them on a very tight spot sometimes. But I just tell them, okay, I say, okay, what's your budget for this? When I ask what's your budget for this, I'm actually using that to actually assess your mindset, to see your understanding, or maybe how you value that which you want to get. Okay, what's your budget for that? Can you ask, okay, I'm giving you a blank check. No, it's not giving you. Okay, say, okay, But when I say I give blank, like when you mention the price, I can say, okay, well, add this to it and let's get to this level. So now I can now know where to get. Okay, I understand this is actually probably what you have in your pockets. Probably this is what you actually. Okay, I cannot tell you. Okay, this is so. So it's a lot of negotiation actually. Like my boss said, there's a lot of negotiation going on at this stage. So you can't actually, but you must be aware that that stage is a converse stage. That your customer, your prospect is now enjoy your information and they're actually ready to to increase their commitment level. So all whatever you want to do that this commitment level is not reduced. So how to get them in is very important. So now the next process or the next stage is what I call excite.
Okay. Is what?
Now excite like an excitement.
Okay.
Okay. Now before I go further, there's a statement I want to mention that I jotted down here I jotted down here for the convert. Now, I said the key stuff here for this or convert to get your clients is your entry point offers. And this is to give your prospect tremendous value without forcing them to put in too much. It is to give your prospect tremendous value without forcing them to put in too much. Now, so let's go to excite. So this the next stage now. Now you've been able to do the job there. Okay. So now your exact level now your customer now they've transacted with you now. At least though it can look maybe like a small excitement. Maybe a small transaction. Now this stage now they have your customer they have transacted with you. You have gotten them with at that convert now. So now this stage they have transacted with you now. So now though it may look small. But now, you see, this part is even very serious part because now, you see, the goal of this process I'm trying to give is that what? It's not only to settle them, but actually to turn them to become your advocates. That they cannot be telling about your products. They can be, but we get to that is that they can keep coming back. So, and that is why, as a marketer, you see, you must be very careful. Yes, the primary goal of any business is to make profit, but beyond making profit, you must make sure that what your prospect at first can come back to you to come and purchase more. But don't let me rush too much. So now this excitement now is now where your customer this stage now your customer and task. You are still dealing with that particular individual as on different lessons. You are dealing with different people, but that you are still dealing with that particular customer or prospect. So you are consulted with you now. So okay, payment made probably for product, probably for training, probably for course. But now your job at this stage now. So this is not more the person that you are now trying to tell about what you are doing now. Is aware, you have engaged with you have his contact now, you've given him offers, you have gotten what you needed to get, okay. But now your job here now is that what is to make sure that what this transaction is a good one. Now you see, if they don't get value from this transaction, they won't move on to the next stage. And they won't purchase more expensive things from you. So your job here is to make sure that. So, and this is why sometimes it amazes me when people buy things online, and they still have to go and get the same thing from someone else again. Now it's not bad. I understand there's a principle that goes by. You find interest in something, you still want to get other people that to see what their own view about it. But sometimes I say. You can actually own a community, honestly. If you understand this thing, you can actually.
I believe digital marketing is about creating your own tribe, your own community, people that are loyal to your brand.
Exactly.
It's not just about selling. It's not just about selling to them, but making them your community.
Exactly. Making them, God bless you, but so that's it. So making them your community. So that's it. So that that just is. But in fact, boss are just cleared that part, and that's it. So now let me tell you, if they don't get value from the transaction that they make, they won't move on to the next thing, and they won't be able to purchase higher things from you. And what you must understand that what your prospect must get to a point that can actually keep coming around to buy. Let's say, for example, you are selling a digital product or maybe like a graphic design. Then you're able to come I want to learn web development. So then must be able to I want to come again for web development. Okay, I want to come again for this next training. I want to come again for this next training. Okay, so but how much they will be willing to come again for that next training or the higher training or for other or to get any other things from you. It will depend on how you actually handle them in their first purchase. And that is the excitement. So this your exact page is the stage whereby you are making them to be excited. You are giving them value. You are giving them value. So you don't just. That's why I've seen a lot of people will pay them. After paying them, they just go with it. Of course, they deliver the product to them, but they will not even concern. They will not even check on them. Yes, you don't promise them mentoring and anything, but sometimes check on them. Okay, how is the product? Do you enjoy it? Hope it works. And, you check on them. Let them feel that excitement. Give them values. When they have complained about the product, sometimes there are some circumstances that are beyond our control. For example, someone bought a course from you. Probably the course required that you should install an application. So, and the person is still struggling installing an application for weeks, for months, and you feel like yes, you've done your job by just getting the product to them. But can you choose some concern about what happened to that? Okay, can you get another system? Or can you try to probably maybe format this, or get this Windows? So at this point, they know that okay, beyond you getting that money, you are concerned about them getting the value. Because how do you feel when someone pay for your course and the person is here to get the course? I mean, like here to understand. Probably because maybe there's a lot of challenge. Maybe to some class, some course that require you to do a lot of stuff. Yes, we don't tell you, you don't promise them mentorship, probably because of based on the words of what you say to them, whatever. But can you just try, because you don't just want them to end at that point. So you must understand that this stage is a very stage that you make them to get the real worth of what they actually paid for. So the next stage is what I call ascent. Now, this is now where your customer, they are ready to buy more. Customer is ready to buy more. See, I didn't tell you that what if you are calling yourself a man, if you have not, if I don't know whatever one you are building, whatever you are individual personal, if you are not going to pay that what your prospect can actually feel, secure to buy more from you, then you should go and check what you are doing. You are not building anything. You go and check. So you must be ready to buy more. Buy more. Now let me tell you something from this part. There's one statement I want to make here. It costs more to acquire a new customer than to sell to an existing one. It costs more to acquire a new customer than to sell to an existing one. It costs more to acquire a new customer than to sell to an existing one.
Okay, now, sorry, before you continue, I want to just make a quick remark on this particular statement because it's very important.
Yes, boss.
It costs more to acquire a new customer than to sell to an existing one. Now, from my own understanding, I want to explain this from how I understand it. Now, this tells you the advantage of trying to get customers and also work hard to keep them.
Yes, sir.
As you work hard to bring customers on board, you should also apply that same energy in keeping them. Now, the reason is this: you're going to be spending money online, acquiring new customers.
Exactly.
But those particular customers you have, you don't need to spend more. You don't need to spend much money trying to advertise to them again. All you need to do is, hey, this is my product. This is a new product. Like, at least they trust you already. So what they're looking for now is how to gather the money if they like it. Do you understand? So you don't have to. Now, people that are already your customer don't have to go through that whole process of these whole stages you just mentioned. Now, they don't need to go through them again. I don't know if you understand, because they're already your customers. So they don't have to pass through all these stages before they can become your customers again. And in digital marketing, all these stages you are passing, all these stages you just mentioned, from the awareness stage down to the conversion and the rest of them, all these stages, it requires work. Do you understand? Sometimes in the form of money. It requires some financial implication to keep people in those stages. I don't know if you understand. So we should try as much as we can to keep our customers to work. Our digital marketing, I hope everybody can hear me. I guess this guy's network is bad, or is it my network? So your digital marketing skill is not ended yet until you're able to keep that particular customer on board. So I think that is a very nice one I picked up there. Can anybody hear me? Is my network bad or is it from his side? Please, if you can hear me, indicate. Let me know, please. Or is it his network? Okay, that means his network is bad. His network is bad. So if everybody can hear me while he tries to organize his network or fix his network, let's not waste time. All right, I'll do, because I'm sure he's even almost trying to conclude or something. All right, so I'm going to do a quick recap of what you've said. All right, everything he said, I'm going to do a quick recap. I'm going to do a quick summary. All right, because okay. His network is bad. Let me bring him on board again. Oh, where is he?
Sorry for that breaking transmission. Hope I'm audible now. And
I don't know what happened, but
hope I'm audible now.
Yes, you're audible.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Alright, so actually, our time is almost exhausted, but let me just quietly run it up here.
Yeah, just
thank
try
you,
and
boss.
I can recap everything you said.
Alright, boss. So, like I said earlier, I was talking about the ascend level that your customer must get to pay, that your customer must be ready to buy more from you, and you must be conscious about that. And one of the things I always tell people is that you must be able to tell, okay, your customer, what stage is he? You must be able to say, okay, because you have different prospects, you have different customers, you have people that have been dealing with, you must be able to know all of them. So that's when you know how to actually get to them and promote. So you can't be telling someone to come and buy more from you when you yourself know that he's still at the stage of excitement. You know that person is still yet to get value from the last product you sell. So you know the way you be dealing with the person. So you know, okay, this stage, that person is still in stage. Okay, when someone that you have actually gotten value from. So that's when you should have done target. Sometimes you don't have to do much effort. So like I said, it costs more to acquire a new customer than to sell to an existing customer. So you must know yourself that, okay, this called my existing customer. Can I move him now to the stage of ascent? Can I go and project another product to him now? Will he be really ready to actually buy it? So you will know. So that's why you must be aware. It must be deliberate about who you are dealing with. You must, okay, this place, okay, so you must, okay, let me go and say. I've personally had some of those encounters that I can tell, okay. So when I sent, like remember there was a time that I was trying to tell someone, okay, come and get into this kind of business. You were like saying, okay, I'm coming. I want to go and check my market. Like, I want to go and check people that I like to buy that stock before you can come and subscribe to what I'm trying to project to him. So he knows, okay, did I have people that will buy this thing if I should get it? So you must be able to get to that level. Like, and say, okay, if I should buy this thing, there are people that I know that if I project this stuff to them, they will buy it. Because at least they are at the stage that they can actually ascend easily. And that's it. So get that. So now I want to make some of this comment, then I bring it up here. Now the first sales is not really about profit. Now this may shock you by saying this. The first sales is not actually about profit. It is about converting a prospect to a customer, so you can begin to have a long and profitable customer relationship. I repeat it. Your first sales is not really about profit. I'm not saying don't forget, but it's not really, the focus there is not really about the profit. It is about converting a prospect to a customer. But it's about converting that person to a customer, so you can begin a long and profitable.
Oh, I think he has gone off again. I don't know what's wrong with his network.
So you know by then.
I don't know what's
and that is that. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now. Your network was breaking. I can hear you now.
Okay. So like I was saying, so you must understand that. So by the time you are now saying you want to sell real estate, that of an high ticket product, you can easily sell to that person, because you know this person actually, you have moved him to an ascent level. So your first sales is not really about profit. Sometimes it is about converting a prospect to a customer, so that you can begin a long and profitable customer relationship. So now the next stage is advocate. This advocate stage is the stage whereby your client, your client, prospect, customer can tell people about what you are doing. Now, the next stage after this stage, the last stage is the promote. That's the promoter. So I've mentioned number one, awareness, engagement, subscribe, convert, excite, ascend, advocate, and promote. So now, this advocate and promote, I just want to make a little difference between advocate and promote. You see, you must know that, okay, advocate is when people actually ask about your product from someone. So they can tell the person, okay, yes, it's worth coming around, come and get this thing from this person. So they can tell good about your product. So if some people cannot tell good about you, then you must know that you have a long way to go. You still have a long way to go. You still have a lot of work to do on those people. So you must get to know that your people can tell good about you, can easily tell, come and get from these people. Now, the promoter is a promoter is that what? Even when they don't ask them about it, they are more eager to go and tell people about what you are selling. So there are two different things. You ask me about something, I will tell you about it. It's really good, get it. But promoter, I don't wait for people to ask about it from me before I tell them. And I will tell you what can actually make the difference. That promoter is actually people that can actually give them incentive. So when you have getting customer enough, now get to craft a system. Now don't forget this thing, it's a step process that you can use. Is a step process of crafting. See, crafting is digital marketing strategy. So these people now can now start telling them, okay, I'm going to give you an incentive if you do this, if you do that. So it's like an affiliate kind of, but they are just promoting. So you give them. So there's a motivation. There's a motivation for their work. So you must know, okay, can I now move on to say, can I begin to get it to become a promoter? So it's another strategy you can actually use to make sales, giving people incentives. Okay, I'm going to give you. I'm going to get percentage of this. So if you make this sales, you're going to get this percentage, and that's it. And when you get to that level, then I tell you, when you get to that stage where I give people incentives, you know that what you can be making say that they are even more eager to tell people when you are even tired, when you are even discouraged, when you are even busy. They are busy doing it. When you are even busy, like you cannot even talk about your product, they are there busy talking about it. And that product, as far as that product is concerned, you have that product is no one is just you people are just busy going around promoting it. You are getting sales. You move on against sourcing for another product. You start getting the customer from it, and before you see it, daily income becomes your experience. You don't have any issue getting marketing to people, getting sales. So, and this is the concept of digital marketing, or let me say let me call it a customer value journey that you must understand. So it's a journey that you took your prospect through. So by the time your prospect get to a promote level or your advocate, it's not about awareness now. He's aware of it already. You have his contacts. So it's a journey. It's a customer. I call it customer value journey. The customer value journey is a journey that you take your prospect through. So coming back to the first question I'll tell you that customer value journey is the process every prospect goes through to become a new customer, and it is how your strangers become your buyer. So now that your stranger now is no more your what? It's no more a stranger to you now. It has become your customer now. You've had a lot of. Sometimes it can take you. I can't actually give you duration, but you must be able to tell, to know, okay, this is the stage that this is my stranger. I have some strangers. You have people like that. And one thing I must tell you is that what, for we at Web Oracle, okay, as far as we give you values. Actually, we give you values, and we make sure that what. You make sure that what you get value. We are not the type that, okay, when you come around you get product and we show you like that. We go, no, we give you values. We give you value beyond what you even paid for. And I don't know, maybe the boss will talk about it. You're having our coming on SEO, search engine optimization, where we're teaching you how do you drive traffic.
I'll talk about it.
How do you drive traffic? Yeah, so you're going to be all those things. You will be learning more and more about how do you use search engine optimization to drive traffic to your website. So you can be able to help you to make sure that what you are not encountering this kind of problem. And so I hope I will hang it up here and hand over to my boss. So boss, over to you. Okay, let me just, I know he's going to do the fight too and everything. He's the boss. He's the boss.
Thank you very much. For those that don't know you, let me introduce you. He's the digital web oracle social media marketer. So he's a very talented young man. As you can see, I don't even know if there is any much thing I can say about the whole thing you said today. Like, you actually nailed it. You actually went straight to the point. I think it's very clear. And I believe the whole audience, everybody listening to you now must have understood one or two things. But before we draw the curtain, I see that we are already exceeding our time, right? I don't know, please let me check the time. What's the time right now?
This 7:54, sir.
Okay, 7:54, so we have like 6 minutes. Okay, so let's try and see if we can, be within schedule. So I want to quickly summarize. This is a very powerful information. I tell people, what makes the difference is information, knowledge, the kind of thing you have in your head. All right. If you want to be an expert, if you want to hit the skies, all right, in whatever you do in your respective endeavor, you just need to gather as much information as possible about that particular endeavor. All right. People sell. It's so unfortunate. Like some people sell perfectly. Some people sell perfectly offline. All right, and they cannot model that same thing online. I don't know if you understand. Some persons can go to Alaba International Market and open, say, a shop. Those people are very, they nurture their customers, If you are passing on the road, hey, bros, will you buy something from me? They do all those things offline most times, even without knowing. But when it comes online, they want it to be a different approach. Online is somebody that is not even seeing you. So you should be more careful about the online aspect. Because these people are not seeing, these people are strangers. You are trying to reach beyond your contact. And just like you rightly said, there's no limit to online marketing. The market is, you can exhaust your contacts, you can exhaust your friends of friends, you can exhaust your family members, you can finish selling to them, but you cannot exhaust the amount of strangers you meet every day on the internet. All right. And I tell people, most times, to make money or to be successful financially, all you need to do is three things. You need a product or service, all right? Then you need an audience. I need the right way to connect to this audience. Now, if these three things are in place, you're going to make money. I don't see any way around it. I don't know if you understand. You must have a product or service. There should be an audience. Even if you don't have already, you should find a way to locate your audience, all right? Then a way to connect to them. I think these three things, if it's in place, you start making money. And it is okay. It is very, very important to understand if you are doing online, if you are doing digital marketing, if you want to sell your product online, no matter what you do. Now, this process is outlined by my social media marketer here. Some customer journey can be brief. Some may not follow this process. Just like you rightly said, some persons can come online, see your ad for the first time, especially for low-ticket product, and pay that day. Some people are like that. All right. Yes. This doesn't mean every customer has to follow this process. But he's trying to tell you, as a digital marketer, you should have all this process put in place before you start marketing. All right. Let me still recap. According to him, he said there is the awareness stage. All right. There is the engagement stage. There is the subscribe stage. There's the convert stage. There's an excitement stage. There's an ascend stage, advocate, and a promoter stage. Now, these are the whole stages your customers must go through. And your understanding about these stages gives you an edge. And information you have gives you an edge. It gives you an edge so that you understand when to even ask your customers to start paying money. There are some customers that are actually at that awareness stage. They are still getting to see your product. They've seen your product. And before somebody can be really fully aware of your brand, the person must have seen your product even 7 times or even thereabouts. I don't know if you understand. You must have shown up. The person has seen you. Then the person is now, you guys are now conversing. All right. So sometimes the person might just still be in that awareness stage and you're expecting the person to pay. And you're bombarding the person with who sells, Before you know the person, you've lost the person. So be able to understand when somebody is in the awareness stage, when somebody has come on board for you to engage the person in the engagement stage, when it's time for you to collect some basic information in the subscribe stage, you need to follow up. And when it's time for you to convert, to actually ask them for money, they need to follow this process before. Once the person has followed awareness stage, engagement stage, subscribe stage, and has gotten to convert stage, all right, it will be easier for you down as you go down the funnel. In digital marketing, I think we call it funnel, right? Everything is
Yes.
so down the funnel to be easier for you. Once the person has passed through the convert stage, it will now be easier for you to even tell the person, okay, pay. The person can now be reasonable enough to even think about. He has now seen the value of your product, so he's now trying to measure his money with the value. He's trying to wait at that point, so it's easier for you to even convince him to buy. Then the excitement stage, I think to me this is the most important. Any customer that buys from you need to be excited about your product. That is when you've locked it. But these things are psychology. Somebody cannot just. I've bought so many things online. Even some person that I paid and they gave me their product, they don't even check up on me. They don't even nothing. Like some people are just online doing adverts, but they don't know the marketing aspects, the psychology to the whole selling process. All right. There are some person that will contact you today for a product and end up buying from you in the next 6 months. Some people are like that.
Yes.
All right. But you need to have all these people in place so that anytime they buy, and you've added to your revenue. Do you understand? Then the ascent stage. All right. Imagine when somebody just buys your product today and tomorrow you begin to tell the person, okay, we'll have some other product too. We'll have this product too. The person will think you're insane. Sorry, excuse me. The person will think you are just after your money. You need to show them that you're interested in them, really. You need to show them that you are really, really interested in them. When they buy your product, ask them how far is my product, how is the product going? Do you like it? How is it? Do you understand? I don't know. I've sold something to people and when they bought it, they were all excited and they'll be like, I'm going to tell people about you. I like the course, especially in courses. I like the course, this, that. You see that this person is excited. So when you introduce another thing to them, it's easy. And it's easy to take them now from this excitement stage to the advocate stage. They begin to talk about your product. Then gradually you now network keeps cutting. I really don't know why my network is cutting, but then there are some things beyond our control. So thank God we are rounding up. Thank God we are rounding up. I don't know what is going on. I don't know know why network is disturbing today. The live video keeps cutting, but bottom line, we are done. We are done with today. We are done with the class, and I want to thank everybody that actually joined. All right. So I believe I don't know what is wrong with my network today. But I'm glad. I think everybody got value. All right. If you have been with us, since we started till now, I'm sure you've gotten value. Now I want to end by saying one or two things. I'm ending now. I'm closing. All right. I'm closing. The network is really not being kind. The network is not being kind. But I believe everybody here has gotten one or two things from this live session. All right. So I'll end by still listing the whole stages, the whole customer journey stage. All right. The awareness stage, the engagement stage, the subscribe stage, the conversion stage, the excitement stage, the ascent stage, the advocate stage, and the promoter stage. These are the stages your customer should go through before you can actually say, yes, I've locked down this customer. All right. And that's what it is about digital marketing. And one good thing about digital marketing is that you can exhaust your contact list, all right, but you cannot exhaust the amount of people you can reach online. All right, you cannot exhaust. So imagine when you have a product and you have that power to reach as many people as possible. It's just a game of numbers, and your profit keeps rising. There's no two ways about it, but you should be ready to follow the process. All right, you should be ready to follow the process. The difference between somebody that has $1 million in his account and the other person is, first of all, knowledge and a journey. Some people will be knowledgeable about something, but they don't want to go through the journey. They won't get any results. All right. Some people may be ready to go through that journey, but they don't have the right knowledge about it. They won't get the same. They won't get a good result. So the best thing is to be knowledgeable about something, have the knowledge about how to prosper in that your particular endeavor. Then follow the journey, follow the process, and the process is what we are here to serve you. The knowledge and the process is what we are here to serve you. You have premium knowledge. You have free information to give out on regular basis. So please stay with us. If you're not following us, follow us. If you have your friends that are doing business, you can tell them to follow us on Instagram at Digital Web Oracle. all right, so that I can get routine information about. And before I forget, we are going to be having I don't know the date yet, but it will be communicated to everybody. We are going to have an SEO live class. It's free. It's totally free. So you can invite your friends, people that are interested in making sure their business or they are ranking their website tops on Google search. When they search your this thing online, search engine optimization is what SEO is. Once they search your product online, imagine the kind of revenue it will bring to your business when somebody can just search your product online and the person sees you immediately. You know the advantage you have over other clients, all right, other competitors. So if you want to rank, if you're interested in ranking, or for your business you're interested in ranking, you should actually attend the class. Right, I'll make it available. I'll make the time and the venue available. It's online and it's free. So come and learn how to, use SEO to skyrocket your sales by presenting yourself first on Google when anybody searches anything related to your product. All right, so we're going to be having it soon, and once it comes up, I'll let everybody know. So at this point, I'm sorry about the whole network issue. It's something that is beyond our control. There are some things we cannot actually control. That particular thing we couldn't control it. So sorry about that. So the live session, I want to draw a curtain here so that everybody can go back to whatever he or she is doing. So for the few persons that made it up to this point, I want an acknowledgement. All right, I want an acknowledgement. I want, if you've listened, if you've gained value, I want you to, I want to see it on the comment section. Let me know that at least I was speaking to people. All right, not robots. So please. If you have any question, this is the time to ask questions too. If you've gotten value, you can tell us you've gotten value. If you have any question, this is the right time to ask your questions. Any questions at all, briefly, so that I will just take care of it. Thank you very much, Olive Gates. I really appreciate. So if you have a question about how to sell or what you need to do to sell online or anything at all, subsequently we are going to be giving you information. But if you have questions now concerning this particular thing we've discussed, you can throw it up. Throw it up. Throw it up. Yes, sir. Let's treat it and, get going. Online is very, very powerful. Online is very, very powerful. Digital marketing is very, very powerful. And every business owner, even if you don't want to get acquainted with the do's and the don'ts about digital marketing, you should have somebody in your team doing that perfectly. Because the success of your business is hugely dependent on your ability to sell your product. And these days, in our 21st century, currently, digital marketing is the best and the surest way to reach your audience in any part of the world. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. So imagine if you don't have a product, even if you don't have a product, stick with us. Always get knowledge. There's one thing I know about knowledge. Sometimes knowledge, when you listen to the right information, it builds you. It becomes you. Sometimes you act. Sometimes you are faced with a situation and you act. You are surprised how you brought in that idea. It's the accumulation of so many informations you've taken in the past. The mind is like a bank. The more you feed it with positive informations or information about something, the more confident you are in a particular area. All right. Even if you are listening to me now and you don't have a product, at least you know what to do when you now begin to have products. All right. So thank you very much. And I think in the absence of no question, I want to thank everybody for making our time to actually be with us on this live. I want to really appreciate and keep joining us, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of knowledge. I'm going to be sharing a lot of free knowledge and premium ones, depending on whichever way. I'm going to be gaining a lot from this platform. All right, so follow us, refer us to your friends, so that others can get value too, so that we all can start our journey to financial independence. It's very, very important. All right, money is very, very important, and money is very, very important to be made. A lot of people have products and services, but they don't know how to make hugely from it by connecting to the right audience, as many as possible. So we are here to mitigate that, to close. We are a bridge. We are bridging that gap between having a product or service and selling to people. All right. So in the absence of no question, I want to say thank you for joining, and see you next week Wednesday. This happens every Wednesday. Sorry we didn't have it yesterday. There was something beyond our control that occurred, so we couldn't have it yesterday. We're having it today, and next week we're going to be having it on Wednesday. And once our SEO masterclass is out, I'll still communicate it to you guys so that you understand, even before you go into a particular area. If you want to be a digital marketer, if you want to take up digital marketing as a career, before you go into a particular area, at least it's good to understand how these areas work, and you know which particular one you want to venture into. That will give you a sense of purpose. All right. So thank you very much, and I beg to sign out now. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. See you next week. Good night.